982. As you can see right now, sitting right here, bad part is no one's won or soared. It's been sitting here for the past couple of months on this track. Used to be on the other side in a protective area, but of course, if you research it on YouTube, there's a video showing the locomotive was moved to this site as of about 2 to 3 months ago. Locomotive has not been worked on, nothing has been done. So there's a lot of things that are going on. So as we flip to the other side over here, this is all new development that's being done. So it's a matter of time of when they're going to end up developing this section. I say we need to move the locomotive now before it even happens. So I'll flip back to the locomotive. So I'm close to the locomotive right now. As you can see, the driver tires are sinking into the ground. When they first moved the locomotive, the track was slightly up. Now the driver tires are sinking the track down because of the weight. Pretty much, the locomotive is sinking. If we flip towards the front section of the locomotive, so as we look at the front of the locomotive itself, as you can see, there's a rail right here. But you come about 10 feet right here, where my foot is, the rail's cut. Go 20 feet back, rail's cut. You go 80 feet to the back, rail's cut. Locomotive's not going anywhere. So when we zoomed out towards there, like I was saying, there's no room back there. If you go 80 to 100 feet back, all that track's torn up. All the way towards the back section, they have ripped out the track and repaved the roads. So there's no purpose of even moving this locomotive further up. If you move it 10 feet up, it's going to derail. So there's no point no more. I don't know what the plan is or what these guys are doing. There's 3 of them that are running the organization. 3. We were supposed to have this done 2 to 3 years ago, but it hasn't been done. We had a good CEO, not CEO, we had a good president, we had a good CMO who has been with the locomotive since the 1980s. We had a good coordinator that did an amazing job. He's the one that did the whistle tour for Texas State Railroad with the help of the old chief mechanical officer who provided the whistle as well. And we also had a few others that helped out. Problem is, all of us, including me, and also the former coordinator, we all been put out of the organization. The reason why is because there's only 3 people that want to take control of this locomotive. And it's not a toy. This locomotive's not a toy. As you can see, this sucker is big. It's not a toy. These guys here are treating it as a toy, and it's like, no. So my perspective is, get the work done. If you don't want the locomotive, hand it over to guys that want to work on it. Otherwise, you're wasting everybody's time. Another thing, as you can see, same thing like I mentioned before on the other side. Locomotive is sinking into the ground already. This whole entire area floods. Why is the locomotive sitting here if this area floods? Something the guys did not think about when they moved this locomotive about 2 to 3 months ago. The driver tires are sinking, which is not good. Sooner or later, the locomotive's going to derail itself because of the weight of the tires can't hold on. Not only that, there's no safety of this thing rolling back. Chains, they put chains underneath it, but it doesn't work. It's not guaranteed. You got to put chalk braces under the driver tires as well as the front pilot. But of course, I'm the one that worked at a class 1. They didn't. So I would say move this locomotive back to where it needs to be before something happens. Okay. So as you can see, this used to be the barrier where the locomotive used to be at. Everything good, fenced area, protected. Locomotive was perfectly fine behind here. TRPA messed up, and I'm not saying all of us that were part of it. I'm saying the people that were responsible for all this issue. They're owing money to another organization that also is here, which I will not list. But the problem is that fund should have been raised a long time ago. As you can see, no one's been back here to cut the grass. No one's been back here at all. So as we can flip towards this area, so right here, this is where the locomotive was sitting, where it was behind the fence, perfectly safe. We would come here and do some work sessions to get it done. So this area that is open where there's no grass, this is where the locomotive sits. And now, coming up to the front area, there's a lot of vegetation. It's been about 3 months since the locomotive's been here. Nothing has been done. Oh, and by the way, not to mention, when the guys moved the locomotive, they forgot a few things. Got a few running boards and a few other things that belong to the locomotive still sitting behind the fence. But yet again, this work was all done at 12 a.m. in the morning. Not in the morning, 12 a.m. in the evening. Everybody was asleep. They're moving a locomotive at 12 a.m. And get this, with a heavy-duty tow truck. Not the smartest thing. So, as you can see, we come back over here. Right behind the fence, the guys left one of the footplate boards that belong on top of the running plate. That's one of the safety things that's needed for the locomotive. Still behind the fence. So I'm gonna conclude with this. Today is August 31st, 2025. They made an announcement about 2 months ago or 3 months ago on one of the video places, let's see, HTX, the vice president and also the president of that organization went on there talking, saying, oh, we're going to have a gala. We're going to discuss plans about moving the locomotive and doing all different things to say, hey, we got a 5-year master plan. It's August 31st. A whole month has went by as far as making the announcement. They were supposed to announce it at the beginning of August. That's never happened. So I'm just going to say it like this. When you say stuff like that, make sure you mean it. Funds should have been raised. Everything should have been done. Never happened. So this is where we're at the point of saying, hey, should we continue supporting this organization? Or should we say those people need to resign? That's your pick. You say it on the comments on YouTube.